What's up everybody? It's your boy Charlie coming at y'all with another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make my delicious broccoli and cheese with shrimp pasta bake. And this is how it looks here. Look at how good that looks. Now this dish is perfect if you're having a couple of guests over for dinner, potlucks, holidays, birthday parties, get-togethers. It's great for just about any occasion, okay? It serves between 10 to 15 people. It's a very filling dish, very cheesy, enough broccoli, the right amount of shrimp, absolutely delicious. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, here's all what you'll need to make your broccoli and cheese with shrimp pasta bake. Let's get started. You will need a half a pound to 1 pound of fresh broccoli, heavy cream, sour cream, salted butter, 3 8-ounce packages, that's 24 ounces total of extra sharp cheddar cheese, 6 ounces of shredded Parmesan cheese, 2 pounds of fresh Louisiana shrimp, and 1 16-ounce box of rotini pasta. For your seasonings, you will need some salt, Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning. Now if you don't have this, you can use the Zatarain's Creole seasoning or the Slap Your Mama Cajun seasoning. Chef Paul Prudhomme's Seafood Magic, Chef Paul Prudhomme's Vegetable Magic, onion powder, and garlic powder. To bake your pasta, you will need a 9 by 13 inch baking pan. And there we have it. Alright, let's get straight to it. We're going to start by rinsing our broccoli heads off. Now I'm doing both heads for this recipe, okay? Now I'm going to start by removing the broccoli heads off of the stalk. And now we're going to remove some of the stalks off of the broccoli heads. We're just going to trim those off, set those on the side. Now we're going to take the broccoli heads and we're going to chop them into small bite-sized pieces. Now as for those stalks, we're going to take those and we're going to chop those into small bite-sized pieces as well, okay? Now you want to make sure you chop this up good, okay? Alright, here we have a cheese shredder. We're going to shred 24 ounces. That's 3 8-ounce packages of extra sharp cheddar cheese, okay? Now you want to reserve a half a cup of this because we're going to use this for a topping. And make sure you place this into your refrigerator, okay? Alright, let's get started with our shrimp. Here we have a shrimp. We're going to remove the head off of the shrimp. Now we're going to peel the shell off of the tail of the shrimp. You're going to take the shrimp heads and shells and you're going to place those in one bowl and take the shrimp tails and place those into a separate bowl. Now we're going to cut out the back of the shrimp. And here is the shrimp's digestive tract. You're just going to go ahead and just pull that out. Discard that, of course. Now we're going to add our shrimp tails into a strainer and we're going to rinse these off with cold water, okay? Now since my shrimp is pretty big, I'm just going to go ahead and cut it in half. And once done, you're going to take your shrimp and place it into your refrigerator, alright? Now preheat your fire to medium-high heat. Here we have a gallon of water into a large pot. We're going to add 2 teaspoons of salt to that. Give that a quick stir. Now we're going to let this come to a simmer. It's at a simmer now. We're going to add our rotini pasta. Give this a quick stir. And then going to let this simmer for 10 minutes. It's been about 10 minutes now and our rotini pasta is done. Now you want to make sure you check, okay, to see if your pasta is at your desired texture, okay? Once done, turn your fire off. Add your pasta into a strainer. Ooh, that is hot. Now we're going to rinse our pasta off with cold water. Once done, you cover this with a lid and place this on the side until we're ready to use it, okay? Now preheat your fire to medium-high heat. Here we have 2 quarts of water into a medium-sized pot. We're going to add 2 teaspoons of salt. Give that a quick stir. Now we're going to let this come to a simmer. It's at a simmer now. we're going to add our broccoli pieces. We just want to parboil the broccoli, okay? Just add it all in there all at once. Give this a quick stir. Let this simmer for about 1 to 2 minutes. It's been about 1 to 2 minutes now, and our broccoli is done. Turn your fire off. Add your broccoli pieces into a mesh strainer. Now you're going to let this cool for about 5 minutes. Preheat your fire to medium-high heat. In a large saucepan, add 3 tablespoons of salted butter. Spread the butter along the bottom of your pan. Let the butter melt. Add your broccoli. Add your shrimp. Add 1 teaspoon of Chef Paul Prud'homme's Vegetable Magic. And 1 teaspoon of Chef Paul Prud'homme's Seafood Magic. Stir all your ingredients together. And let this saute for about 2 minutes or until that shrimp is pink, okay? Alright, it's been about 2 minutes now, and as you can see, our shrimp is done. Now at this point, you're going to turn your fire off. Once done, you're just going to cover this and set this on the side, alright? Preheat your fire to medium-low heat. Now let's start on our cheese sauce. In a medium-sized pot, add 3 tablespoons of salted butter. Spread the butter along the bottom of your pot. Let the butter melt. Add 1 1/4 cups of heavy cream, a 1/2 cup of sour cream. Just make sure you add it in there all at once. Now I'm going to take a spoon and we're just going to stir those ingredients together just to make sure it's nice and smooth. Now let's add some seasoning. Add a 1/2 teaspoon of Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning, 1 teaspoon of Chef Paul Prud'homme's Vegetable Magic, 1 teaspoon of Chef Paul Prud'homme's Seafood Magic, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and 1/8 teaspoon of salt. Stir all ingredients together. Alright, now we're going to add 1/8 cup of shredded Parmesan cheese. And to that, we're going to add 20 ounces of shredded extra sharp cheddar cheese. Just add it in there all at once. You're going to take a spoon and you're going to stir this continuously for about 10 to 15 minutes. Or until that cheese has completely melted into the cream mixture, like how you see here. Exactly what we're looking for. Now at this point, you're going to turn your fire off. Oh, look at how nice that looks. Now we've added our rotini pasta into a large pot. We'll add your broccoli and shrimp mixture. Now make sure that there's no liquid in there now. If so, just take it and add it into a mesh strainer, alright? Now we're going to just give this a quick stir. It's looking pretty good. Now we're going to add our creamy cheese sauce. We're just going to pour that all in there all at once. Oh, that looks good. Now we're going to take our spoon and we're just going to stir all the ingredients together until that pasta and that broccoli and that shrimp is nice and coated with that cheese sauce. Now we're going to lightly butter the bottom and the sides of our baking pan. And preheat your oven to 450 degrees. Add your pasta mixture into your baking pan. Just add it in there all at once, very carefully. Do it the best way you can. Now we're going to take our spatula and we're just going to spread that around as evenly as possible. Now to make it more even, you're going to shake your pan slightly. Beautiful. Now we're going to sprinkle 1/4 of a cup of shredded Parmesan cheese on top of that pasta. And when you're done adding the cheese, now we're going to sprinkle a 1/2 cup of extra sharp cheddar cheese on top of the pasta. Oh man, that looks wonderful. Now it is ready to be baked. We're going to place this into a preheated 450-degree oven on the middle rack because I don't want it to over bake or anything like that. And we're going to bake this for about 10 to 15 minutes. Say, bro, that looks really good. I ain't gonna lie. Remove your pasta out of the oven after baking on 450 degrees for 10 to 15 minutes. Let the pasta cool for about 10 minutes before serving. For best results, serve this the very next day so that way the flavors can settle and increase overnight. Here is the final presentation. And there you have it, broccoli and cheese with shrimp pasta bake, made from scratch by a New Orleans native. If you like my channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell button if you want to be notified of my videos. You can also check out this recipe along with all of my other recipes at www.charliethecookandrews.com. You can also find me on Facebook and on Instagram under the name Charlie the Cook Andrews. Stay tuned as Charlie's Taste Test is coming up next. Now it's time to go ahead and take a bite. Oh man, look at that. It's really, really good. It's nice and creamy, cheesy. Has a lot of broccoli in it. You really taste the broccoli with that shrimp and all those seasonings that we added. It's really, really good. I'm telling y'all, try the recipe. You're gonna really like it. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and until next time, have a good one. Peace. Boy, I tell you, if you love broccoli and cheese, you'll love this right here.